do a very quick video on the distributive property using a fantastic app from the wonderful folks over at the Math Learning Center. And I'm going to show how we can use something called partial products. All right, so let's say we had the, let's say we want to multiply something like 5 times, well, I'm going to start very, very simple. If I want to multiply something like 2 times 3, I can make my little grid, and you can see there are 3 columns and 2 rows, and so the area of this model is 6. This is called an area model. So, with that said, oh, I had a great idea, but I think it's going to go away. So if I want to do something a little bit more challenging, I could say, well, what's 5 times 8? Now, you might say, oh, I know what 5 times 8 is, and that's wonderful, but for all intents and purposes, I'm going to quickly show you. Oh, there's my whiteboard that I wanted. So let's see if I can do both. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do both. We'll see what happens. So if I want to do 5 times 8, what I could do is this. I can actually say, well, I don't know what 5 times 8 is, but I do know what 5 times 4 is. So if I cut this in half, I now have 5 times 4 plus 5 times 4, because 4 plus 4 is 8. So instead of doing 5 times 8, I can actually make this into 2 partial parts. Now 5 times 4 is 20, 5 times 4 is 20, so 20 plus 20 should be 40. If you go over to the answer, it shows you 20 plus 20 is 40. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because I want to show you what this would look like if I were to write it down on my paper. 5 times 8 is really the same as 5 times 4 plus 4, which is 5 times 4 plus 5 times 4. And I said that was going to be 20 plus 20, which is 40. And sure enough, 5 times 8 is 40. Now, let's see if we had something a little bit more challenging. Let's say we had something like 5 times 12. And you might say, ooh, 5 times 12. I know what 5 times 12 is. It's 60. How do I know that? Because I already left my answer key up, and that was silly. Well, 5 times 12, let's do 7 times 12, because 7, oh, we'll do 5 times 12. 7 times 12 would be really cool, but I'm not going to do that right now. Well, I know that 12 is really 10 plus 2, and I know that 5 times 10 is 50. I know that 5 times 2 is 60, because once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it should be 5 times 10 is 50, plus 5 times 2 is 10, which is 60. Let's see. Sure enough, 50 plus 10 equals 60. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because this is a really cool, way of using the distributive property. And once again, I'm going to pull up my whiteboard. And so I had 5 times 12, and I said that's the same as 5 times 10 plus 2. And now I'm going to distribute 5 times 10 plus 5 times 2. Which gives me 50 plus 10, which is 60. Now, there are other ways of doing this, and I'm going to show you one real quick. We could do something like, I'm going to make up a gross one. Let's say 8 times 19. Well, 8 times 19, I'm going to turn my answer off. I don't know what that is. It's huge. I do know that 8 times 10, that's pretty easy for me. And I do know 8 times 9, because I kind of like 8 times 9. 72 is one of my favorite numbers. So 8 times 10 is 80. 8 times 9 is 72. So 80 plus 70 is 150. So 8 plus 72 is 152. So let's check this out. Sure enough. Now, once again, I have to go and find my thingamajig, and here it is. And now I have to minimize this and then open this. And it's kind of all annoying, but that's fine. So let's see what I had. I had 8 times 19. And I said that's equal to 8 times 10 plus 8 times 9. Now you might be saying, oh my goodness, this guy is just doing way too much. And I am doing too much because this was really 10 plus 9. Because what I can do, there's actually a nice little secret if you think about this for 1 second. And this is the part that's super duper cool. 19 doesn't have to be written as 10 plus 9 or 11 plus 8 or any of those. It could also be written another way, and I'm going to show you. Check this out. 8 times 19 is also equal to 8 times, get ready for it, 20. Think, what is it? 20 what? Yeah, if you said minus 1, you are right. So it's going to be equals 8 times 20 plus 8 times a negative 1. What? I don't even know what to think of that. Well, here we go. 8 times 20 is 160, but 8 times a negative 1 is a negative 8, so plus a negative 8. And guess what? My answer is 152, and I think that way is so much easier. I'm going to stop there because I wanted this video to be short. I will do a part 2 where I do even bigger numbers. So if you like this, that's wonderful. Check out my next one.